don't know. They run their mouth like I'm kicking they dough.
All right, welcome back. Today marks 18 years since Tabitha Tuders disappeared in East Nashville. She was 13 when she left home to catch the school bus near her family's home on Lillian Street. This is where we find News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell this morning. And Aaron, I know you sat down with one of the lead detectives on this case. So, what did he have to tell you about what's new? Is there anything new in this case?
Well, Amy, this case remains active. He said, unlike other cold cases, people continue to send in tips even after 18 years. And you can see here over my shoulder that the family home, they still have the missing poster sign for Tabitha Tuders in hopes that there will be some sort of answers and someone will come forward with information. But they are still actively working this case. In the eyes of many, this is the most high-profile missing persons case in Music City. A 13-year-old girl vanishes one morning, never to be seen or heard from again. Detective Matthew Filter says one witness says in 2003 they saw someone call Tuders over to a car and she willingly got into it with somebody while heading to the bus stop. Detective Filter says over the years there have been so many leads and tips that have come in and many of them look promising, but says then you get to the end of that trail and it's just another dead end and they're back to square one.
In a way, we hold out hope that she is maybe alive, that perhaps she was abducted and is a victim of human trafficking. But at the same time, we have nothing that necessarily points to that, or there's nothing that we can at least confirm that says that she's alive or dead at this point. It's just still really a very active investigation, even after 18 years. There's just a lot going on with it all the time.
Now, last year, detectives did search a property in Hickman County, and that property had ties to a person of interest in the case. But coming up in the next half hour, I'll tell you about the latest new developments in this investigation. Reporting live in East Nashville, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Welcome back, guys. Now, this case has got a little bit of age on it, but I still am not satisfied with the probability that the car that Tabitha got into, whoever the driver was responsible for her disappearance and her not returning back home. That doesn't help bring peace to her family or answer any questions as far as why. Why Tabitha? Why was she taken? Where was she taken? And what's happened to her? So I'm going to lay a few cards here and see. I'm going to start off a little bit simple and see if it'll give us some just basic information. Tabitha Tuders. Come forth here. Let's tell your truth through these cards. Let your story be told. Tabitha Tuders. Some of these cards keep turning over on their own. I'll make sure before I start shuffling them that they're, and this is a little cockeyed, that they're all turned the same way, but still somehow it always ends up being some upside down there. Alright, let's go with the circumstances surrounding Tabitha's disappearance. So the reasons for the circumstances. The events leading up to Tabitha's disappearance. How the disappearance unfolded. Got a little angry on that one. Unfolded. The person responsible for Tabitha's disappearance. Make a little room here. Their motive for Tabitha disappearing. And some last words here. Okay. This first one is going to be the circumstances surrounding Tabitha's disappearance. This is going to be 4 swords reversed. This is a card of, it's pretty much a timeout card. It's taking time off work. But now, this timeout is not due to any circumstances that you control. It's due to circumstances beyond your control. It's experiencing extreme levels of anxiety and restlessness. Okay, I'm going to say that this is going to be the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of Tabitha as the circumstances in regards to the perpetrator. Now, the next one is going to be revealing for us the reasons. That's a judgment reverse. That's being stuck in the past. Exhibiting old behaviors or patterns that you're not able to break free from. It's also legal matters or a court case that's resolved unfairly. Sounds like this perpetrator's got some mental issues, is what I'm feeling like. Our next one is going to be how the events of Tabitha's disappearance unfolded. It's going to be the chariot. No, unfolded, but how the events led up to her disappearance. It's chariot reversed. Chariot reverse signifies arrogance and self-indulgence. It's someone or something or a combination of both spiraling out of control. This is where your ego is running the show. Your ego's driving the train. It's demanding selfish needs coming before the greater good. Yeah, this sounds like a mental issue, and a mental issue as far as someone over the age of 18 that would be, I think a good way to put this, wanting to pick Tabitha up for a date, if you get what I'm saying. That type of mental issue. The next one, now this one is going to be the events unfolded, and it's going to be the Queen of Pentacles. That's a high social status, prosperity, wealth, luxury, success, financial independence. Okay, let me think about that one for a second. This is going to show us the perpetrator as a Page of Wands reversed. Now, this is going to be a younger person, 20 to 35. This is the Page is a bearer of news. Page of Wands reverse is the bearer of bad or delayed news. This young person is a loudmouth. They throw fits if they don't get their way. They're a delinquent, which that does go back into play when it comes over here when it says that the reasons for the circumstances, it being a legal matter or court case being resolved unfairly. So that goes hand with that. This also shows problems with literacy. Now, this can apply to a child, but normally we're talking about a young person who struggles with written communication, like being dyslexic or speech. So your perpetrator is a young person who's a delinquent that's got either a written communication problem or a speech. Now, for the motive, it's going to be the Four of Cups. That's missed opportunities, disillusionment, and being mindful of the offers available to you. I wonder if this dude wasn't, we go back to the wealthy and stuff, the elite. I wonder if this doesn't go back to trafficking. This is kind of what this looks like. Peds in trafficking. Because the perpetrator is definitely a ped. Now for the last words, that's going to be the Page of Pentacles reversed. Once again, the bearer of bad news. This is the bearer of bad news in earthly matters. It's suffering, showing someone suffering due to another person's selfish actions. And it's someone with a sense of entitlement, helping themselves or taking what is yours. What it looks like to me is there's been a young person. And I feel like that he knew the family and the family would know him. He's a delinquent. He's been in some legal trouble before. But somebody's connected to the wealthy and elite. He's got a sexual deviancy. That's definitely what I see. I feel like Tabitha was taken. She was kidnapped for a form of trafficking or a form of sexual deviancy. So now this opens up an opportunity to refine the questions even more for another read. See if we can get any more information on another read about where Tabitha may be located, maybe environment, maybe show us some tips on where she could be found, perhaps. That's always the ultimate goal. I want to thank you for taking the time to go through this reading with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.